still going up. And I think with obesity and alcohol use being still quite prevalent, I don't know when it's going to peak. That's the big worry.
Contrary to other types of cancers, the survival rate for liver cancer is getting worse, not better. It's slow moving and often asymptomatic.
More than 6,000 Wisconsinites diagnosed with the disease have died over the past 20 years or so. But there can be life after liver cancer. As Only News 3's Danica Lewis found out, that really takes a team.
There are a lot of unknowns in baseball. You don't know what pitch is next, when a grounder's going to come your way, or when the wind, like jersey rippling, hang on to your helmet, roster waving, camera shaking wind, will whip around a pop fly. The unknown is part of the game.
What's he going to see? Is he going to see them grow up?
And unknown is what sisters Alyssa Lawton-Teague and Trisha Dodd know well.
You know, what's the quality of life that he's going to have when they're young.
Trisha and Alyssa were both pregnant with their first in 2010, Trisha with her son Oliver, the year their dad was first diagnosed with liver cancer.
Whoa, like this is scary and serious because the numbers are so high in terms of mortalities. If I were betting, I wouldn't have bet where we ended up. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't bet.
Yeah, right?
I didn't think I'd be here. I mean, it's that simple.
Good pitch, good pitch.
But for Bill Lawton,
attaboy, that's better.
Getting here was anything but simple.
You know, you got cancer. It's a tough word. I mean, and of course, the first thing you think is you're not going to survive it.
Way to hustle, Oliver.
Just like that, Bill had a team behind him.
Way to go, Oliver.
Every appointment, every big treatment decision, the girls were there.
You know, so we were just kind of those people for him.
Both girls are pregnant with their first child. You got to give it your best.
We fulfilled different roles.
We definitely fulfilled different roles.
That was probably the best medicine I had. No question about it.
You need that support. I don't know how you would do it without that.
You can feel it. You can literally feel it.
Good eye.
You just don't realize it till you need it, I guess.
There you go.
And believe me, you need it.
After removing part of his liver and multiple surgeries to keep the tumors at bay, Bill made some changes. He started eating better and working out. For years, MRIs were coming back clear.
The most gut-wrenching thing I had was when they said it came back.
The second time, it just kept popping up. That felt scarier. Especially because at first the transplant wasn't an option.
Eventually, a transplant became the only option if Bill ever wanted to be cancer-free.
So yeah, I mean, I was planning a wedding, and he was on the transplant list.
Bill's family, his doctors, his team came through again.
Once I got called for the transplant, I never had a doubt that everything was gonna be all right.
A week later,
he rebounded like a champ.
Bill walked Alyssa down the aisle. 5 years later, and now 74 years old, Bill never found out who his donor was, but he thinks about that person every time he steps on the treadmill, thankful for their team and what they did for his.
It changes your outlook on life. It's you got a second chance. Actually, I've had a third chance, you know.
Bill grew up around baseball and softball diamonds.
Now I get to see a lot of baseball again. Yeah. You know, of course, around Portage, the news travels so fast.
Yeah.
Now Bill drives the hour from Portage to be at every game, every dance recital, every pickup Alyssa and Trisha need help with.
It's just emotional. I see them, and
good pitch, Oliver.
I just can't imagine life without them, you know, and not being here.
It's really windy outside.
Yeah. At least it's not raining.
I think it's as simple as you have something, you realize what's important.
Good hit. Good hit.
You realize where your priorities should lie.
Just like working on your swing or your fastball.
And you gotta have drive. I mean, you gotta want to get better.
Sure, that's true.
Attaboy.
One more, buddy.
But to really win, you need a good team behind you.
All right, good inning.
And no one knows that
Good inning.
better than Bill.
It's a life-changing experience for everybody or your whole family, and I'm so appreciative. Good job. Proud of you, buddy. Life's good, you know. So.
In Verona, Danica Lewis, WISC News 3.
We should point out here that Bill was only diagnosed because his primary care doctor noticed some abnormalities in a routine blood test.
So she encouraged him to get more testing. That led to catching that liver cancer early enough to treat it. possibly saving his life. Danica Lewis.